Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to install a window privacy film. In this video tutorial, I will be going over these simple steps for installing a window privacy film just like this one on a window just like that one. Let's get right into the video. Now I'm going to flip my camera screen outwards so that I can sort of see myself over here. I'm going to carefully climb on this bench, very carefully, and I'm going to do my best to show you exactly what I'm doing. Sorry about the poor lighting, this is the best that I could do. The first step is to clean the window as well as you can. If you want to get a good stick on that window, you're going to want to clean it as nicely as you can. Very simple process. What you want to do is just clean it, okay? Now, this window is fairly clean already. All of the sort of grime that you see is on the outside. I am going to take my hand and just wipe it one more time. Just to make sure that any dust is off. Now, it's a weird window because it sort of goes up in here, right? So I'm going to get the film and I'm just going to sort of cut it off at this point somewhere up here. But it doesn't really matter for the most part. Now, what you want to do is, most of the window films are going to work in the same way. You're going to want to cut a piece that is slightly larger than the window itself. Okay, I'm not going to be using any special tools. You can get the special spray, you can get the special squeegee, but I just use regular stuff that I have around the house. So I've cut this piece that is slightly larger than this whole window right here. Now this window is actually in two parts. There's a divider here, so I'm going to do one part first and the next part. But I've actually cut this piece to just be slightly larger than the entire window. In most cases, you're going to have to peel it apart. There's going to be sort of like a film, okay? I'm almost gonna fall off this bench right here. There's going to be almost like a film on it. So you can see the privacy part is obviously the white part. It's the part that creates the privacy, and there's a film. Now, the easiest way to do this, because you can try for hours with just your fingers peeling it, the easiest way to do this is to just get a piece of tape on either side, peel it apart just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the layer of, like that backing layer, just put it on the ground over there. I'm going to peel off the tape that was on this, and it's actually quite sticky, which is good. What you're going to do, because there's different kinds, right? There's kinds that stick on, and then there's kinds that actually you have to spray them down. This is the kind that sticks on, okay? If you have the kind that you have to spray, then obviously you're going to go ahead and spray that window at this point. But because this is the kind that you stick on, okay, I'm just going to actually spray the actual product itself. I take the spray bottle, and what I have in this spray bottle is actually just water. You can get the special solution, you can put just water like I use, or you can do water and then you can add just a tiny bit of baby shampoo. And if you add that to it, it just makes it a little bit more slippery. It allows you to sort of work it into place a little bit easier. I'm just going to spray this down. So let's go ahead, just a little bit of water. Luckily, I am standing in the shower, so it's still nice and easy. And what this does, the water or the solution, if that's what you're using, is it allows you to maneuver this much easier. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it, I know already which way it goes, I'm going to stick it to the window, okay? Now, like I said, I'm going to go it's a little bit bigger on purpose because we're going to trim it after, okay? So it's a little bit bigger on purpose. I'm going to stick it to the window just like this, okay? Now, I'm going to, because of this divider in the middle, that's the word I'm looking for, I'm actually just going to be starting with the left window, the left side, the left panel, because it's a little bit, sorry about that. You know what, I'm actually going to pull it off. I need to bring it a little bit more towards the right, okay? I'm going to pull it off. We're going to move it a little bit towards the right, just ever so slightly towards the right, okay? We're going to straighten it out. This is why I use the water. Because this can be, if you don't use water, this can be a very painstaking process. So now I've positioned it properly, okay? I'm going to just use my hand, and we're going to work out all of the little bubbles in just a moment. And I'm going to use my hand. You want to get it, I would say, at about 90%. You're looking for 90% accuracy at this point, okay? Now I'm going to take this right here, stick it on this side over here. So what I have now is I have 90% accuracy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a little, here we go, a little utility knife, being very careful because I'm on this shaky bench with a utility knife. Be very careful, okay? I'm going to take this utility knife and I'm actually going to be trimming right at the edge, okay? Then I'm going to use, you can use like a card or anything. I just have this old book lying around. It's a small book, and you're going to use this book to comb out all of the imperfections. So take your utility knife. I'm going to start with this one right here, okay? So I'm going to take my utility knife just like this. I'm going to be cutting the film, okay? Now, I would advise you to use a good blade. This, unfortunately, I have a rather old blade here, but it will work. It's still going to work. The better the blade that you have, the smoother that the cut is going to be. So I'm just going to take this, slice it right down just like that, okay? As you can see, we've made a nice clean cut right there. Okay, you can see I'm peeling this edge back over here, just like that. We're going to go all the way up to the top. Like I said, this doesn't have to be, I mean, if you're looking for perfection, then you're better off just getting a frosted window. This for me is a temporary solution. I'm going to be replacing this window, but for the time being, I don't want people seeing what's happening in here, okay? So now I'm working on dealing with just the sides at this point. So I've trimmed this side of this one over here, okay? Now I'm actually going to tuck this in. So you want to tuck in the edges as much as you can, and then trim any excess. Now I'm lucky that on the right side over here of this window, there's no excess, so I don't have to trim anything there. Now I'm going to work my way on this left panel, okay, over here. So I'm tucking it in all the way, okay. Now I do see that there's a little gap over here. It's not that big of a gap, but it is going to bother me, and to be honest with you, it's going to bother my wife even more so. So I'm going to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up a little bit. We're going to spray the window again, just a bit, okay? Just to get a little bit of, maneuverability. I'm going to take this up. I'm going to slide it slightly to the right, okay? Just ever so slightly to the right to cover that gap. So what we're going to do, I'm taking my privacy film right here, and I'm sliding to the right, and I actually have to go a little bit further down. So like I said, it's not something that's going to take 2.5 minutes unless you're a pro, but you definitely can do this. So we're going to take it down a bit, and pull it off, take it down a bit, no problem, it's okay. That's the beauty of this. You can do this as many times as you want to until you get it the way that you want it to be, okay? I'm going to take this right here. Once again, we're going to reposition it. This is a real time. I'm not doing any edits. I'm not going to cut anything out. This is literally the whole process. What you see is what you get, okay? So I think I have it good right there. There's still a little gap. I really just want to just fix it. We're going to try one more time. If I can't fix it this one time, there we go. I think that should be good to go. Okay, so right there, perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tuck in the sides over here, okay? Tucking in all the sides. And we're going to work out the little excess at the end there. I'm tucking in all the sides. I'm going to take my utility knife. I'm going to trim this side right here. Okay. Very slowly and carefully. Okay. Hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm literally just, you want the utility knife to be tucked in as much as possible into that corner so that you get the tightest possible fit on the window. Okay. So right here, let's get rid of that. So just to show you, like I trimmed off this piece right here from the window, okay? And then I'm going to trim on this side over here, once again tucking in as much as I possibly can. Take my utility knife, go ahead and trim it as tightly as possible to that window, okay? Check that out right there. Get this piece off. Another piece that I trimmed off right there, very simple. Get rid of the excess. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the bottom. Now like I said, it doesn't matter about the top because this is literally, it goes into nothing. I can stick my whole hand up there. I don't want to. I don't know if there's any centipedes or anything. But I'm going to trim the bottom because I want the bottom to look nice. So once again, tuck it in as much as you can. Take your utility blade. Trim the bottom. I mean, you can do them in whatever order that you want, but I like to start with the sides because that's generally the harder thing to work with. And with this specific window, like I said, the bottom doesn't matter so much. Now I'm going to trim the bottom right here. I don't know how much of this you're able to see, but hopefully you can see enough. So now what I'm going to do, the final step, as you can see, it already looks beautiful in my opinion, but we need to work out all of these air bubbles over here. So what you can do is just give it a little spray. You don't need a lot of water. If you're trying to make everything slide, give it a little spray. Take either your squeegee that you got or whatever. Like I said, I'm using, this is an old book, and it just has like that sort of really plasticky cover. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it and I'm going to just slide it and try and work out all of the air bubbles as much as I can. Now, like I said, you're probably not going to get perfection, right? But you're going to get as close to perfection as possible. And what's going to happen is any water that's remaining under the window, the sun, between the window and the film, the sun is going to hit that water, it's going to evaporate, and you're going to be left with no water under there. So at this point, you want to start from the middle, work your way up and out, okay? Now this is actually, I'm very fortunate because I got really lucky. This side looks really, really good already, this side over here. But now this side needs a little bit of work, so I'm going to start from the middle, work my way up, just like that. Okay, just like that, down, just like that, from the middle, okay? And I don't know if you can see this, but all the air bubbles are working out. And then I'm gonna go all on the left side, right here, okay? And to the right side. Now, if you did a good job at spraying the window and cleaning the window, that's all that you need to do. And in my opinion, it looks really good. I'm gonna just get down here and give you an idea of what it looks like. As you can see, I went from having no privacy, and yes, there is a little gap up there, but I mean, this is way better than it was before, to be honest with you. I might go and fix that later, but where I'm standing, no one ever stands here. So I mean, if I was standing over here, yeah, there's still a little gap, but I mean, I might go fix it later. But at the end of the day, we're looking at this right here. It looks amazing in my opinion. The privacy is here, and it was an easy install. Anyone can do it if you put your mind right into the game and just follow the instructions. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.